Alright, I don't know if this is going to record because obviously I'm outside of Starbucks now and there's a brick wall between me and the server. There's a few parts of Dr. Diamond's video last Sunday that I missed, and I wanted to address some of the parts that I missed. There was some situations that happened. Kind of like today, I missed nearly all of it. There's a situation with a missing person, and then there was a situation where I couldn't get We'll get to the video. So, I should explain. In 2015, I hurt my back, and I could no longer walk, and the Boulder Police Department wouldn't leave me alone. I was homeless. I was stuck. When you've got physical injuries, regardless of people's opinions, you got injuries. I used to rescue people. Every time somebody needed help, I'd show up. Well, I couldn't show up anymore. My back was screwed up. I couldn't even take care of myself. So then I didn't have any friends anymore, just fair weather friends. And I was averaging an hour of sleep a night, if that, because the cops wouldn't leave me alone. The cops kept stealing my stuff. Homeless people kept stealing my stuff. They knew who stole it, and still nothing. And I decided I was gonna kill myself, and that's when Natalie Bollinger came into my life. Before that, I knew who she was. We get into those stories later. We'll do that in her words if you're willing to see it. I'll forward email from her. Anyway, long story short on that, that was 2016. And in 2016, there's a situation in, Colorado, of course, with her dad and her uncle and a bunch of other people, Tim Beeson, and she just needed to get out of there. So she went to Virginia, made me promise, swore up and down she wasn't, an airplane, swore up and down she wasn't going to get on the airplane unless I promised to go to Virginia. It took me too long to get there. I was supposed to go with Maddie Boa, but she got busted with meth. And like I said, I don't do street drugs. So Maddie Boa couldn't go because she got busted with meth. And her girlfriend, Mackenzie Chapman, ditched her, decided she was done with that. She just had a baby, and, she didn't want to have her kid taken because she's dating a meth head. So I went to Virginia. Well, Natalie called me one day. I'm in Chapel, Nebraska, trying to recover. And she called me one day and tells me if I'm not already on the road, she's going to kill herself. And she tried. So, of course, I kept my word and I went there. Halfway there, a lady named Jamie, who's a master manipulator, she needed a rescue. So I went from almost to Virginia, halfway to Virginia, all the way to South Dakota to rescue Jamie and her son, get them moved into a new place, and I went back on the road. In Virginia, things were great. Natalie was great. Alicia was great. Just, they didn't have time, and they were both on drugs, and I was stranded out there. They asked me to show up. I did. They asked me to go to Virginia Beach. I did. They asked me to stay behind the Cricket store where Alicia worked because it would be closer for them to see me and easier. And also, there was a Starbucks just a couple doors down where Alicia Bollinger's boyfriend worked. On my birthday, things had happened. I got a phone for my birthday that was all cracked and broken. And Natalie's mom found her heroin, and that was the last time I saw Natalie. Well, a few days later, I was severely dehydrated, had been since my birthday, and I had a meltdown over, not like a normal meltdown. I had a severe panic attack over being severely dehydrated and a severe panic attack about having no support network. Natalie was going to talk to me, and she wanted to, like, really bad, and she kept saying it. She was going to come talk to me the following Monday, but I couldn't make it till Monday. I wasn't sleeping. I was severely dehydrated. I needed to go to the hospital and I needed help. I can't go to the hospital by myself. I don't know how to explain that to you. If you are not an autistic homeless male, you have no clue what you're talking about. None. Don't tell me how easy it is. It's not. You get treated like a fucking junkie no matter what. And maybe there's a few places where they don't. McCook, Nebraska, that hospital did not treat me like a junkie, but most do. Anyway, long story short, me and Natalie stopped being friends. I blocked her on Facebook, and I got the fuck out of there. I was done with them. I didn't want to deal with heroin addicts and how fucked up their heads get. I went back to Boulder, which is where I knew Natalie from. She'd spread rumors, and my first day there, I was getting assaulted. So I didn't stick around Boulder. That was my one safe place on earth before I hurt my back. And now that I had a vehicle at that point in time, I was safer. I didn't have to carry my life-saving gear, my backpack. It's got life-saving gear, extra clothes for when it snows. It's easy to freeze to death in Colorado. It's easy to die out there. So, anyway, after her and her friends slandered the hell out of my name and people were assaulting me repeatedly, I couldn't go see my loved ones. I didn't have a support network. I was going to 3 different therapists trying to get help stopping the abuse. These therapists were just riding the clock. That's all they were doing. And I had 2 caseworkers. One of the caseworkers did a great job, but she quit her job so that she could prepare her son for the eventuality that he might have to go through what I was going through. Well, come December, trying to get a lawyer, being ripped off by the people I was staying with. They took advantage of me because of my disabilities and because they could get away with it. I left there. Situation happened with Natalie. She ended up dead. People came after me. It was all over the news. People literally still make these website things about them. I mean, there's one from 6 days ago, and it's from Indonesia. And of course, I really do want you guys to understand that these are true stories. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to try to copy and paste the link. We'll go to filters. We'll go to this week. Here's one from, let's see, right click, copy link address. This one's actually from Indonesia. Now, all of this is about Dr. Diamond's question of, did I commit suicide? Yes, I did. I took enough caffeine pills and enough sleeping pills to kill myself, but that depends on who you ask. The security guard said I was dead. I don't remember being dead, but who really does? I'm going to end this live stream because there's some people here, and I don't want them being videoed, so you all be safe. Good night.